Hey, I think we're live. Oh, that's bright. That is too bright. All right, can everyone hear me? Am I not loud enough? Because I got a new mic. I need to know if it sounds good or does it sound like the regular fucking YouTube mic? Hey, everyone. Hey. Ooh, already questions. God damn. Hello, everybody. Thank you for showing up. 200 people. Thank you. What sounds better? That? Does that sound any better? Does that sound worse? I'm trying to. Is it this? Is that too loud? Sounds good. Okay, cool. Okay, 440. Oh my god, that peaked. I am sorry. 443 people. That is ridiculous. Hello. Let's just wait for all the hellos. Hello, how's it going? Bruh, love you 3000 someone says. Thank you. Hey, hiya. Oh boy, yeah. Hello. Thank you all for being so kind and saying hello. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. My upload schedule has been, non-freaking existent. But that's because other than making 40-minute videos, which takes a lot of time, and trying to make each of those videos the best videos I can possibly make, we're also working on a short film at the moment that I directed with my dearest pals, my brother in arms, Josh and John. And that is coming along great. We just finished shooting that and now we're editing it. So that's what I've been doing because I figured, I talk a lot of shit, but I should, make shit because that's what I really want to be doing. Um, thank you for the donation, Mickey Chef. Thoughts about the Spider-Man news as of like the recent Spider-Man news. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't read that. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of questions about that. So I'll just talk about it now, I guess. If you want to know my in-depth thoughts, follow me on Twitter at HiTop Films. That's where I talk about all this stuff as it's happening. I randomly tweet stuff I probably shouldn't tweet, but that's where my first response always is on Twitter. Okay, my thoughts on the Sony Marvel thing now that Spider-Man is officially out of the MCU. How do I say this? I don't want to say that I'm happy, but I'll just say that I think that we're going to get Spider-Man stories that are about Peter Parker now. And as I said in my video, I think one quote that I once said could sum all my thoughts up. The story of Peter Parker shouldn't be the story of Iron Man. The legend of Spider-Man is too important for that. And that's how I feel. I think I said that. I said something like that. But that's how I feel. I think even though Sony has a fucking messy track record of doing Spider-Man movies, I think they're going to be forced to get really creative with it because they're going to have to A, continue the franchise, or B, do something that's new and fresh and exciting. And I'm not happy for the situation because I feel bad for Tom Holland because he thought he was making movies in the MCU, and I feel bad for Kevin Feige because I think everyone thought they were going to renew the deal and it didn't go through because of corporate greed on both parts. But I am excited for what's to come. Sorry. Okay, spoilers. What do you think about spoilers for what? What do you think about Alfred's death? Did that happen in Batman? Because I'm fucking behind, so that's spoiled for me. But I'd have to read it. I'm behind on Tom King's Batman. Let me try and get to these super chat questions while they're here. Thank you all for the donations, by the way. What is your favorite comic ever? I always say Spider-Man Blue, but I'm gonna say Spider-Man Blue or Long Halloween or Dark Victory. Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, I always say, are my two go-to guys. Have you watched any of Mindhunter? No, I have not. I know I need to. I love Fincher and I need to get to it. And they shot at Pittsburgh. So how would you describe your personality to people? Manic, nervous, uncomfortable in my own skin? I really don't know. How would you guys describe my personality? Passionate? Thank you all for the donations. Breaking Bad movie. Holy shit, I am literally going to nut. I just watched that trailer before I went live and I did nut. That's why I'm here. If you could choose which of the three Spider-Man actors could get a new movie in their series, who would it be and what about? Keep up the good work. Obviously, I'm going to pick Obviously, I'm gonna pick Tobey Maguire. Sorry, I was thinking. And what I would want them to do is do something where it's, I wouldn't want them to just make Spider-Man 4. I'd want them to find a new story for this Spider-Man 4. And I would want it to be about old man Peter Parker, and he's happily married to Mary Jane, and he has to put back on the suit one last time. That's what I would do. Sorry. There's so many questions. One sec, my phone's buzzing. Um, Top 10 songs you would use for a movie music scene, aka example, kickstart my heart for a musical beatdown. Um, Sorry, my dog's being nuts in the background. Let me think. I'm a fan of using really old music for scenes when I write stuff. Like not even I'm talking like 40s music, like swing time music and stuff. I just think the juxtaposition is so funny, especially when you put it into like an action scene or into in our horror movie, we use like a swing time song. You'll see, but there's a bunch. I love that stuff. What are you hoping to see from James Gunn's The Suicide Squad? I just want a great James Gunn movie. Um, I don't care who's in the Suicide Squad. Doesn't need to be Harley Quinn. Doesn't need to be. I'm sure she'll be there. Doesn't need to be Deadshot again. I'm just excited for James Gunn to go full James Gunn over at DC. Um, if you could choose, I answered that one. Sorry, I'm trying to get through all the super chats, so I'm caught up. But I'm being slow today. Alex, Spider-Man is now back in the MCU with a new contract. Is he really? Because every day all day today I've been getting like mixed messages. I'll check that in a minute. Hey dude, you're not worried about too many villains in Matt Reeves' Batman movie? No, I'm not worried because Matt Reeves is a great filmmaker and I think it'll all work out. How much is Fox Searchlight paying you to show for Ready or Not? JK, lol. When can we expect the Scarecrow? Everyone, all 807 of you, go see Ready or Not. It's an original film. Go see it. If it's in a theater near you, go see it. It's R rated, but if you're younger than 17, I think, how old do you have to be to get into art movies? Sneak in anyway. Buy a ticket to buy a ticket to Ready or Not and just go in because I want that movie to make money. Support original films. And you can expect to see the Scarecrow probably in the next month or two, I would say. But I'm already working on Raimi 3, so that will come out before the next 2 months. Working on a lot of videos. Now that the summer's over, it's back to the video grind time, so you can expect a lot more of this ugly mug. A Breaking Bad movie is almost so good it needs to be a TV series. Instead, 2 hours isn't enough. I trust Vince Gilligan and whatever story he's trying to tell. So I hope it's long enough and I hope it's satisfying and I hope we get one Cranston cameo as like if he's a ghost, if it turns out some fucking how he's alive, I just want to see Cranston back as Walter White for even just 1 second. Have you been watching Young Justice season 3? No, I'm not caught up whatsoever. I'm sorry. I watched the first half. I really liked it, but I've just been so busy working on the film and doing this whole thing that I haven't had time. But I did watch The Boys. Everyone's been telling me to watch The Boys. I just finished The Boys and I loved it. Any chance for Doom Patrol Part 2? Yes. I posted a link. I posted all the videos that I'm going to do on my Twitter. I keep plugging my Twitter, but that's where I post updates way more often than I come on here and post updates. But I think I'm going to do a Titans season 2, like the first few episodes, mixed with Doom Patrol Part 2, mixed with Swamp Thing, and then talk about the DC universe as a whole. But I'm not done talking about Doom Patrol. Thank you all for the donations. If I don't say thank you, I really do mean thank you. Thank you, Blue Kid, for the $1 donation. I think I'm almost caught up. Let me see. Don't know if it's a loaded question or not, or you even thought about before. What do you think are the qualities that make a great film? Theming, character building, narrative structure, all that good stuff. Great question. I think what makes a good film is if it reaches you on an emotional level. When I watch a movie and movies that I think are great, they touch me at some kind of emotional level. If it's a great horror movie, I think it scared me to my core. If it's a great comedy, it made me laugh. You know what I mean? It's all about how, which is why film's such a subjective thing. Because like if you could watch a movie that you love and you have such an emotional reaction to, and then I could watch that movie and feel numb, does that make the movie bad? No, not at all. That just means it didn't work for me. But I think what makes a good film is a story where I can get involved, I can get invested with the characters, and I can feel for the characters, and I can just feel something, because that's what good art does. I say that a lot, make you feel something. Thank you for the question and thank you for the donation. Can't speak today. Hey, HiTop, big fan of your Spidey videos, especially the retrospectives. Can't wait for the review of part 3. Keep up the good work. Toby is the GOAT. Thank you for the donation. And yes, Toby is the GOAT. We better see you do the Spider-Man 3 emo dance in your Spider-Man 3 video. Other than that, love the videos. Keep them up. I'm trying to figure out a way to do that without humiliating myself. What do you look for in someone you work with creatively? Are you working on any original projects right now? Love your work, man. Can't wait to see what you make. Thank you. Well, I always make movies with my friends, and I don't know, like that's what all these filmmakers tell you is to make movies with your buddies. But I just so happen that I have these lovely creative friends and this lovely supportive girlfriend that are all so passionate about whatever we're doing, no matter what we're working on. And I would say when you're looking for someone to work with creatively, find someone who cares as much as you, because it's the job of the director to get the crew and to get everyone to care. But it's really nice to be surrounded by people who already are passionate about what you're doing. And that's the best advice I can give. I'm trying to get through all these super chats. I'm sorry. I'm speed running here. Do you think Sony doing a Spider-Man PS4 Spider-Man inspired by PS? Hold on. Do you think Sony doing a Spider-Man inspired by PS4 movie, I guess, is a good choice if or when they put him in the Venomverse? Yes. Fucking do Spider-Man PS4 movie. I'd be in. I said this on my Twitter yesterday. I think what they should do instead of trying to continue the home franchise is they should while they wait and while they sort their shit out with Disney, or just wait a little bit, because I think it will be so messy if they try to bring Spider-Man into the Sony verse. This Spider-Man who's literally so tied to Iron Man, and then they won't be able to mention Iron Man. So rather than do like a heavy reboot, put him back in high school, please don't do that. Make another Spider-Man movie. Get a very fucking, I mean, all directors are visionary, but get what you see on the poster, a visionary director. Get Edgar Wright, get Sam Raimi back at the helm, get Linklater, get John Carney, there's so many people you could get to do one, and just tell these individual small scale Spider-Man stories. And I'm not talking small like Joker $30 million movie small. I'm talking like instead of $200 million for the budget, let's give it like $90 million. And you just tell these director-driven stories that involve Peter Parker, involve Spider-Gwen, or involve Miles. And that's how Sony can separate themselves from the MCU, is by making these smaller, more character director-driven stories. And that's what I would do, including a Spider-Man PS4 one, which would be really cool. How would you feel about Toby coming back to play Spider-Man, since it could potentially happen? I'd be 100% in. I think that movie would make a gazillion dollars at the box office, and I'd be there, fucking dead in the theater from excitement. I'm a talentless hack, and I don't have a question. You are not talentless. And thank you for the donation if you don't have a question, but you are not talentless, okay? Talent literally means nothing. It's all about passion. Talent comes with passion. If you're passionate about something, you'll get a talent for it. So you're still going to watch Titans despite you not liking it. Do you feel like they might improve in the new season? I don't know what they're going to do. The trailer looks so different from season 1, but it also looks like it's the same kind of filmmaking. So we shall see. I'll definitely make a video about it, though. Moon Knight thoughts. I'm excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, but there are so many Disney Plus Marvel shows, and I am not. I say this all the time. My Marvel character knowledge is like Spider-Man, Daredevil, and that's pretty much it. And some Fantastic Four, some X-Men, but some Avengers, some Iron Man, all that stuff. But I have no attachment to She-Hulk, and I think Moon Knight's really cool, but I don't know what they're going to do in the show. So I need to wait to see footage from these shows before I'm like, oh, these shows look great. But what I hope they do, I talked about this on a podcast I did today with the Lone Chemist, my buddy Johnny. I hope that if the movies are getting more uniform and you can't really tell who's directing the movies, you know what I mean? They feel like Marvel movies. I hope the shows are where like the vision can come from. Not like the character, not like WandaVision, but I mean, like, I hope that's where they can get really creative and really original. Okay, I am almost caught up. Most underrated Spider-Man thing ever. I don't know, man. What's an underrated Spider-Man? Maybe Spider-Man 3, Raimi Part 3, coming soon. Okay, I'm almost caught up. Have you seen JXC's video about you? Yes, I have. I responded to it on Twitter. I didn't make a big response. I'm not. I don't believe that you can tell someone they're critiquing something wrong, and if Jay believes that you can, and that I'm objectively wrong about Far From Home, that's his business and his opinion. But there's no beef. I may be a little salty, but there's no beef. What are your thoughts on Avengers Endgame? You will find out in the coming months. I won't spoil them here. I think people who follow me and know, I, I'm just not. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait for the video. But thank you so much for the donation. I'm sorry I can't answer that question, but I will. I promise. Sony have confirmed a live action Spider Verse. No, they did not. That passion statement earned you more money. Thank you for the $2 donation. I am almost caught up. I promise. I'm so sorry. Jesus, thank you all for the love. And there's 1,000 people, and this is just great. Alexander, if you do not watch the television show Better Call Saul, I will be mildly set. I don't watch it, but I want to. My girlfriend and I just finished watching Breaking Bad with Natalie, and we want to move on to Better Call Saul. But when we watched Breaking Bad, we did nothing but watch Breaking Bad. So we need to find time where we have time not to be productive. But right now, it's grind time. But I will watch it, I promise. Any Disney Plus series you're excited for? Also, how is Black Panther not a Coogler film? I said that today on Twitter that I want Black Panther 2 to be a full Ryan Coogler film. What I meant by that is if you look at Black Panther 1, which I like, I don't hate it and I don't love it. Watch Fruitville Station and watch Creed and then watch Black Panther. And there's this almost like a gloss of the Marvel Studios / Disney finish over it. And I want them, since he made them so much goddamn money and got them so much critical acclaim, I want them to be like, here's your money, Ryan. Here's your budget. Go make whatever the fuck you want to make. I don't want to see any CG suits. I don't want to see the Panthers be covered up in goddamn CG. Ugh, I'm so sick of CGI right now. But I don't want to see the Panther suits covered up. And I just want Coogler to do what he did with Creed and what he did with Fruitvale Station, which is tap into that raw emotion that he's so very good at. And so that's one of the MCU movies I'm excited for. Also, any Disney Plus series you're looking forward to, Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye, I would say, are the two that I will watch. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Did I do it? No, I didn't. I didn't even get close. 90s Spider-Man is the most underrated. I love that show. Thank you for the donation. If I don't say thank you, I'll say this again. I definitely mean thank you. What are your thoughts on Edgar Wright? By the way, you're awesome. Thank you. And my thoughts on Edgar Wright, I think he's great. And I'd love to see him tackle a Spider-Man movie. I said that yesterday on Twitter too. But I think I've seen all his movies. I'm 99% sure. I love all his movies. I like Hot Fuzz a lot, but I'm not a huge Hot Fuzz guy. But the rest of them I love. I definitely want to revisit his filmography now that I'm older. But yeah, I think he's great. I think he's one of the best directors working today. Hey, dude, if I made a Teen Titans, I would make it into a Sam Raimi coming-of-age drama with the comedy aspect of Edgar Wright and the cinematography scope of Michael Bay. That's very ambitious, and you should do that. You should start writing that, man. What's been your favorite movie and or television show this year? That's a tough one. Sorry, I'm taking a break. I've been rattling off these questions. Favorite movie or television show this year? Maybe Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is my favorite movie so far this year. I really have to think about that. That's a toughie. I'll come back to it if something pops in my head. I watched Burning recently, which is on Netflix. I recommend it to everyone, and that's definitely one of my favorites, but that was from last year. But I watched it this year, and that's one of my favorite things that I watched. I recently started watching Daredevil because of you. Do you like it? I'm glad that you started watching Daredevil. Okay. Are you making a video on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? No, I'm not, but I'm definitely moving towards stuff that isn't just Cape shit. I hope you guys watch, and I hope you stick around for it. But I'm going to do Cape shit, and I'm going to do non-Cape shit stuff that I just feel like talking about for sure. And I think that'll be exciting and fun. I love how HiTop has suddenly become the symbol of Spidey leaving the MCU and Sony when he always calls them out when they fuck up. Yeah, that kind of, it didn't bother me per se because it's all in good fun. I laugh at every meme that I appear in, but I mean, the fact that I have to defend Sony after I've made countless videos talking about how they shouldn't mess with filmmakers. It's just whack. Like, you shouldn't how do I word this? I just don't feel I just like why when Sony didn't agree to an absurd offer that Disney gave them for the rights to Spider-Man. I mean, to share the rights to Spider-Man, like a fucking 45% increase in profit. Disney, who every movie that has crossed the $1 billion mark at the box office this year has been a Disney movie. And now they want more money. And Sony was like, nah, we're okay. We'll stick with, our valuable IP that makes us money. I don't know why the hell everyone's like, fuck Sony. I guess it's because a lot of people don't know how that corporate fucking shit works. And I don't blame them because it's, horrible. And, I'd rather just watch a Spider-Man movie and be happy about it. But, and not think about all the corporate greed that went into it. But just the idea that I never thought that I would defend Sony on Twitter. And that's my response to that. What episode of PewDiePie's Minecraft series are you on? 0, because I haven't watched it. Is it good? I've heard from my buddy Houston that it's actually good, but I've never been a PewDiePie fan. I have nothing against the guy. I've just never been into his content. Will you archive this stream? I'll have it unlisted, but you guys can go back in the history and rewatch it if you want. Have you watched Evangelion? I watched the first episode, but I was having like an anxiety attack that day. I just felt anxious all day. So I don't remember it. I was just anxious during the whole thing, but I remember it looked really good and I want to watch it for sure. Breaking Bad movie trailer out. Yes, I know. I saw it. I know this isn't a Q. I know this isn't a question, a Q&A, but my mom thinks Captain Marvel would beat Odin. I doubt that. Why is your Robin film so good? I don't think it's that good, but we put a lot of hard work into it, and a lot of talented people and dedicated people put. I just gave a rant about talented, the idea of being talented, but a lot of passionate people put their talents into Robin. But I'm proud of it. I don't love it, but I'm proud of it. Homelander, yes, Homelander. What a G. Would you want to see a live action Spider-Verse? Not a remake of the animated movie because I hate that. But if they wanted to put Toby, Tom, and Andrew in a movie, I'd be there. I'd be there day one. You're great, dude. Keep it up. Thank you, Andrew, and thank you for the donation. Since you're watching The Boys, when can we expect a video and the kick in the nuts that was the ending? The ending didn't surprise me. I don't know if I was sad that it ended there, but I wasn't shocked. I don't want to spoil anything, but I had predicted. I literally said 2 episodes before. I was like, "Oh, Natalie, this is what's gonna happen," and then it happened. And I never read the comic or anything, so I just had a lucky fucking guess. But so I wasn't that like, ugh. And they're already halfway through shooting season 2, so we don't have to wait that long. So that's a plus. Thank you for the donation. Beast Boy was written amazingly in season 1, but criminally underused. I really hope they do more with him in season 2. With Titans, me too. I hope they do more with all the characters. Okay. I think I got through these super chat ones, so now I can just go to random ones. Ralph Sebi, Ralph the movie maker. I fucking love Ralph. When is part 2 of Doom Patrol? I answered that earlier in the stream. Seeing The Boys, what you like about it? It's the perfect answer to the days of Disney releasing 17 fucking superhero shows on Disney Plus. It is what I needed to cleanse my palate, and it is great. I recommend it. How does it feel to be a meme? I have some good news. I am in the process. Natalie and I are in the process. Let me know if you'd be interested in this. So you guys know the balls on a filmmaker meme? If not, just look it up. It got pretty far. I saw it in a lot of places. We're going to put that on a t-shirt. So if anyone wants to get one of those, I will let you know when that merch goes live. But yeah, this is balls on a filmmaker. This should be taught in every film class. Perfectly acted. What are your thoughts on The Boys? The Boys. I just answered that. Which Spider-Man costume do you like the best? Not in the movies, but the comic books. This may be a weird take, but I think my favorite Spider-Man costume is the one from Edge of Time, the one where you can see the stitching and it's all messy and the webs aren't aligned correctly. I love that costume. That's one of the few that I'm like, oh, that guy made that, and it makes sense. Alex, but you said people who don't like Raimi's Spider-Man is bullshit. I never said that people who don't like Raimi's Spider-Man is bullshit. I said to deny the cultural importance and to say that Toby is a bad Spider-Man is bullshit. And then I won't get into it, but I know who posted that in their description of their video. I mean, in the pinned comment of their video, because people were attacking them for attacking me. If you know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, and he took what I said completely out of context, but whatever gets him clicks, right? Hey man, love your vids. I also made a Robin fan film, kind of silly now, but we had a fun. Have you seen movie Bob's really that good on Spider-Man? Dude, send me your Robin fan film. Even if you if you think it's silly, I'll probably love it. Just tweet it at me and I'll give it a watch. And yes, I have seen movie Bob's really that good on Spider-Man, and I loved it. Obviously, because I did the same thing. Disney Plus will be putting out episodes once a week and not all in one go. This is better, right? Oh, I don't know. I'd rather binge, I think. I'd rather binge. Have you given your thoughts on Endgame? Sorry, I can't remember if you have. I love your channel. I don't agree 100% with you on Far From Home, but he's great. Thank you. And that's fine that you don't agree with me on Far From Home. I didn't expect the majority of people to agree with me. I know I'm the very vocal minority, but what are my thoughts on Endgames? Endgame. I will make a video about that, but I don't love Endgame or Infinity War, and I have my reasons that I will get shit on for. Hold on, my dog's right here being super cute. Hey, buddy. Do you like Spectacular Spider-Man? Hell yes, I like Spectacular Spider-Man. Here, you guys want to see him? There he is. Here, let me tilt it down. That's Ace, the Bat Hound, named after Batman's dog. He's my buddy. Okay, cool. How do you have such beautiful hair? This is fucking beautiful. I don't look at that. Look at that. Now I just messed it all up. You just let it grow really long. And then you give it like you get your girlfriend to trim it up, and then it looks messy, and then you put some gel in it, and then you wake up and you go out like this. But thank you for the compliment. Since you're watching I answered that one. Have you watched my vid? Yes, I have watched your vid. I think I left a comment on your video. I left a tweet response. Your vid about Spider-Man 2, I loved it. Yeah, but I definitely watched your vid. Thank you for the donation. Thoughts on Homelander? I loved the critique of Superman, but I think it's funny. God damn, everything I say gets me shit, but this is gonna get me shit. I just think it's funny that like it's supposed to be so shocking to see a Superman type do these things, but after Man of Steel and BVS, it wasn't really shocking to see that. To see a Superman cause a lot of death and destruction. Do you still love Downey, Evans, and Hemsworth despite Endgame's flaws? Yeah, as much as I've been like grouped in as an MCU hater because I don't really like a lot of the newer stuff in the direction they're going. Like, I saw Avengers 1 6 times in the theater, 5 to 6 times in the theater. That's not an exaggeration. I literally went back 5 times. I used to love the MCU. I used to be an MCU shill. And we'll talk about why I'm not soon enough. The Leftovers. I'm watching The Leftovers right now, and I deal with my buddy Loverboy Media. Check out his content. He's got a really cool video in the works that I won't spoil, but subscribe to Loverboy Media. He's watching Daredevil, and I'm watching The Leftovers. It's great so far. I have to watch it slow though because it's super depressing, and I don't want to be a depressed, lonely man like I already am, but I don't want to be more depressed. Disney Sony split. What's your take? I answered that early in the stream, but I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great thing. I think you missed the super chat before. Is the train sequence in Spidey 2 the best action scene in any superhero movie? I would say because of what happens before and after, yes, it is my favorite. I wouldn't say it's the best. It's my favorite action sequence in a superhero movie. Damn, I'm so sorry. I just do not want to miss these. What is your favorite movie in the MCU? Don't know if you've already got answered. I haven't answered that one yet. Probably the first Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite. Have you watched Heat directed by Michael Mann? No, I'm a hack. I need to. Thank you for the donation. Yes, indeed. Thank you for the donation. But I will watch it soon. I think you missed this before. I just answered that one. If you could match Spider-Man with any group or character, Deadpool, X-Men, etc., who would you be? Who would it be? I have said this before in a stream, I think, but I would do Spider-Man and Daredevil in a crossover is what I would do. I would have put Spider-Man on Netflix and had a 24-year-old Peter Parker crossover with Daredevil in Daredevil season 2. Is what my perfect world to introduce Spider-Man to the MCU. That's what I would have done. Rocky or Rambo in the MCU when? Stallone would dab on them all. Yes, he would. Did you like Brightburn? Yeah, I liked Brightburn. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I recommend it though. I recommend everyone go watch it and form their own opinion. Level your leftovers watching with a can of Monster. Superb show. It stays terrific all the way through. It's so good so far, but it's so heavy. And I'm not like usually I don't like get super depressed by movies and shows, but every episode and every scene of this show is just about grief and loss, and it's just very, very heavy. Um, I agree with you on Spider-Man in the MCU. They don't understand fundamentally who Peter is and why he dons the costume. Peter in the MCU is selfish. Um, Thank you for the donation, and yeah, I would agree with you. I know a lot of people will disagree, but I would say that it's the MCU Spider-Man just is so against what the idea of Spider-Man was to me when I was growing up and having my dad read to me the Ditko Marvel Masterworks back there and Ultimate Spider-Man and Spider-Man Blue. The MCU Spider-Man is like the twisted dark version, the mirrored version of that, where the guy has money and it doesn't his problems aren't. I won't get into it. I don't want to talk about this. I'm not gonna get fucking shit on today. I'm having a good day. Um, but yeah, that's how I feel. I agree. Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man because he's cute. I feel like that's a lot of people's reasoning, but I think Tom Holland's great. I'm excited for him to not be so tied down to the MCU. Someone said I missed their super chat. I'm sorry. I wish YouTube's chat. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. It's like so quick and so fast. If I missed it, I'm sorry. Um, Tweet me it on Twitter and I'll try to answer it. Okay. Is there an underrated superhero you like, but who doesn't have a movie but deserves one? I think that Crypto the Super Dog would be a great movie. There's a bunch, but I'm gonna go with Crypto and Ace the Bat Hound. I think the Super Dogs. I think they are making a Super Dogs movie. That's fucking ridiculous. Andrew Garfield is Moon Knight, Spider-Man Noir R. That'd be dope. Hey there, huge fan. I was wondering what's your thoughts on the DC anime movies since you haven't made a video or heard you talk about them. I may make a video on that. I used to love them. I used to love them so much, and I love all of them up until Flashpoint. I love Flashpoint, but after then, there's just a decline in quality to the writing, to the animation. I tried to watch Hush, but the animation was so stiff that I couldn't get behind it. I'm sorry. I know these things are quick and easy turnaround cash things for DC animation. They can just release one and people will buy them because they're adaptations. They can make a quick buck off of it. But the animation's so stiff and there's no passion. I mean, I'm sure there's passionate writers and people worked on it, but like the way it's executed and it seems so rushed and it seems so like formulaic and lazy. I don't know if it is lazy. I'm not calling any of the creators lazy. I'm sure plenty of people worked hard on it, but when I watch it, it doesn't come across as best. It doesn't come across as good as it could or as good as it used to be. Okay, what are your thoughts on Nightwing the series and Ismahawk as a whole? When we made Robin, I used to watch all the Ismahawk behind the scenes because I mean it's not perfect. No fan film's perfect, but watching that and seeing all the passion and care that they managed to put into it with, I think they only had like a $30,000 budget was just ridiculous. Huge inspirations to the Robin Bird in the Brain movie. What are your thoughts / expectations on Phillips' Joker movie and Reeves' Batman film? I'm going to get into hot shit for saying this. I think Reeves' Batman film will be amazing. And no, I can't share it. And I can't share where I got it from, but I have read the Joker script and I hope they change the script. I hope that when they shot it, it was mostly improv. I'm sure Joaquin's going to be great. I'm sure it's going to be shot well, but that script is just wait. Twitter's going to fucking go nuts. And so is YouTube once that movie comes out. Thanks, bro. Your videos always get me through my depression bouts and love your passion and enthusiasm. Live long, bro. Thank you so much. You guys get me through my depression bouts. Every time I'm sitting on my ass depressed, I fucking downloaded Metal Gear the other day and I was like, I'm about to go play Metal Gear Solid 5, knowing nothing about the other ones because I just was, feeling down because everyone feels down. I was like, shit, I should really get to work and start making YouTube videos because I have tons of people that want to see them and that we can all share in our love of fucking Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. So thank you. The music from The Leftovers is done mainly by Max Richter. Main song is called November. He did the score for Hostiles, the Christian Bale 2. A song at the end of that is called Never Goodbye. A song at the end of that called Never Goodbye is boom. Yeah, I love the Leftovers score. I haven't seen Hostiles, but I want to. Thank you for the donation. I love your videos, man. I rewatch them when I'm bored. If you could choose a director who hasn't made a Spider-Man movie yet to direct one, who I would say, I said this on Twitter, but John Carney, Begin Again, Sing Street. I forget the name of his first movie. I'm a fucking hack, but that guy is making these lower budget musicals with such fucking empathy and emotion to them that I'd love to see if he got a big budget and they were just like, go do whatever you want. And I think he has the right soul for Spider-Man. I feel like his movies are so soulful. That's so pretentious of me to say, but go watch Begin Again and Sing Street. Are you into graphic novels? And if so, any recommendations? I recommend anything by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Literally anything by them. Superman for All Seasons, Batman Dark Tomorrow, Batman Not Dark Tomorrow. Fuck. Oh, that's a bad Batman game. I am just have a Dark Victory and Batman Long Halloween. Spider-Man Blue, Hulk Gray, they're all great. Apparently Joker was rewritten on the set, and I'm very thankful for that. Was Spider-Man 3 the worst Marvel movie? No. I have the hottest takes in my Raimi Part 3 video that you guys will just be like, what the fuck? Hey, Alex, I love your channel and your vids. I'm an aspiring... Sorry, I fucking had a thing in my throat. Hey, Alex, I love your channel and your vids. I'm an aspiring filmmaker, and your vids always make me feel better when my dreams feel impossible. Do you need help / cast and crew in Philly? I'm 100% ready. I actually live in Pittsburgh, which isn't too far out from Philly. So if I'm ever down there, man, I will definitely hit you up. Thank you, and good luck. Pursue your dreams, man. They are fucking possible. I know I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but like, think about it this way. There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people who want to be creative, who want to make movies, make art, sing, write, anything they're passionate about. But they feel like it's an impossible dream. I'm never going to be able to get there. But once you start making movies, you're a filmmaker. Once you start singing, you're a singer. Once you start drawing, you're an artist. It just is a matter of keep doing it until someone notices. And once people notice, then you're labeled officially a filmmaker or a YouTuber in this case, or whatever. So just do it, because there are 1,000 other people who aren't going to do it. So you should be the one who does. That was a little passionate tangent, but yeah, sorry about that. But those are my thoughts. I'm going to write this in caps lock so that you notice it. I did notice it. Are you hyped for Birds of Prey? Yeah, I am. Do you play any instruments? No. Kane Draw says hello. Hello. Joshua says I love you. I love you too. Thoughts on Watchmen TV show and Swamp Thing? I watched the first episode of Swamp Thing, really enjoyed it. Haven't watched any more. I'm really excited for the Watchmen show. You should really make a detailed reviews on Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, just like you made reviews. I will do that eventually. Finally got a question. Have you seen Mindhunter? You must. I know I need to. They shot it in Pittsburgh. I'm a fucking hack if I don't watch it. I need to, but I haven't seen it. I watched the first episode, and I hate saying this because I don't mind slow pacing, I promise. But the first episode was really fucking slow, and I was just like, okay, maybe I'll come back to this later, and I'm just lazy and haven't had the time or, just the drive to do it. But I will, I promise. I need to. What's your favorite film other than Spider-Man 2? I love nothing. I love Spider-Man 2. It's my favorite film. This is such a film bro answer, but I genuinely love Fight Club. I love Her. I love so many movies. I love Moonlight. Moonlight's definitely in my top 10. Chungking Express, I recommend. That's in the fucking Criterion collection. There's so many. Comet by Sam Ismail is like an obscure one that no one saw and no one liked, but I really had an emotional fucking reaction to. Is the Has Fallen trilogy the worst trilogy ever? I have not seen a single movie in that trilogy, so I wouldn't know. Homecoming or Far From Home? Homecoming by far. I'm a writer director. Could we get in touch and collaborate on some works? I'm so busy right now, Jake, but definitely just fucking follow me on Twitter. Send me a @ on Twitter and I'll follow you back. And then eventually we'll find out some way. I get so many emails and I'm sorry. I'm not turning you down. I'm not turning the collab down, but it's just, I'm super busy trying to finish the short film, but definitely just hit me up. We'll find a way in the next 35 years before I die to stay in touch. Streaming now, come watch. Thank you for okay. You're plugging yourself. Thank you for the $10 donation. If you're gonna want to go watch the best cool Ninja 37, he's streaming right now. Come watch. What advice do you have to improve on screenplay or become a better writer? Keep up the good work. People always ask me that. And it's like I have no published screenplays, so like I don't know. But my personal advice, I would just be write something honest. I say that all the time, and thank you so much for the kind words and the donation. I would just say, write something personal, write something that only you could write. And I say that literally every stream, but it's true because, 1,000 people could write a movie about a boy who, commits a crime, right? But why in your movie, what makes your boy and what makes that crime personal to you? Because only you can write that story. Only you can create the characters that you want to create. So just write something personal. Don't try to be like anyone else. Take inspiration, but just write something that matters to you and something that you would want to see. I hope that helps. This is balls on a filmmaker. Perfectly cheesy, perfectly acted, perfectly edited. Everything about this scene is flawless. Every film student needs to study why this scene works. That is the meme, and that is definitely going on a t-shirt soon. Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Thoughts? I loved it. I love the fact that there was not a goddamn green screen in sight, and it had Leo and Brad and Margot, and just like, ooh, I just fucking came my pants on camera. But I really, really liked it. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh, I don't know how I felt about that because it's so different from Tarantino's entire filmography. But then I went back and I watched it twice more, and now I'm just madly in love with it. How tall are you? I am this tall. I am 6'3". I am doing caps to be noticed. Also, I don't always agree with you mainly about Holland Spidey, but when I do watch your vids, I change my mindset to understand yours more. Also, love your vids. Thank you, man. How tall are you? I'm 6'3". Have you seen the Spectacular Spider-Man show? Yes, it's amazing. I love it. I wish the MCU had done something similar. Have you read Batman White Knight? No, but I have it all. I need to read it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. But I have to sound edit, so I have to do it. Word of advice: when you are and your buddies are making movies, right? And they're like, "Hey, isn't it a dumb idea to not record any audio?" And I'm like, and then you have this dumbass like tall kid like me being like, "Hey, we can do all the audio in post, Foley work, right?" Say, "Fuck you, you're wrong," because I am right now because of my decisions. I am placing every single sound in this. I don't want to spoil, but in this 10 to 14 minute movie, I'm placing every single sound, all done in post. And hopefully you don't even notice it's done in post. If Sony keeps Spider-Man, I'm happy. I'm happy as well. Hey, Alex, have you seen Young Justice at all? Yes, I love season 1 and 2. I'm halfway through 3, but 3 is so complicated and so like lore based that I'm falling behind, and I just haven't watched it since the mid-season finale. But I definitely want to finish it at some point. Who do you think the next big MCU villain will be? It's a good question. I really don't know. I have no answer. No good answer. Me again, just want to say your videos have done so much for me. They've inspired me in so many ways, and they shaped how I talk about movies. Thanks. Thank you. That is so fucking sweet. Thank you. What is your quick take on Man of Steel? I think it has a lot of good ideas. I just think the execution's not great, in my opinion, of course. Do you think Spider-Man 4 could happen? I mean, every day I see posts that's like, let's make it happen. And I think if it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen sometime in the next 5 years. That doesn't mean I think it's going to happen. No, because in all likelihood, it's not going to happen, but it's possible. John Watts is not considered to do Spider-Man 3, but the writers are staying. I don't know if I believe that Sony will keep the same writers if they're doing, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's so messy. There's no way to do a sequel to Far From Home that doesn't mention any of the things that made Homecoming and Far From Home, Homecoming and Far From Home. The first shot of Homecoming. So here, you You guys tell me, what is the first shot of Homecoming? I'll answer this question. I'll come back and read. You guys tell me what the first shot of Homecoming is. Hey, HiTop, I've tried doing video essays before, but I get copyrighted for trailer footage. Any tips on what kind of footage I could use? Love your vids. Thank you. My advice, add a bunch of film grain in post, saturate the colors a lot, change the image a little bit, and don't use more than 10 seconds of footage, consecutive footage. I always run into copyright problems, but that's how I eventually get through the system, the auto detect system. Okay, everyone says the Avengers drawing. Yes, yes. The first shot of Homecoming is the Avengers drawing. So now, and what are the Vulture's villain motivations in Homecoming? Right, Tony Stark. What are Mysterio's motivations in Far From Home? Ready? Say it with me. Tony Stark. Who is Aunt May dating? Happy Hogan. There's no way that you could logically continue where Far From Home left off without those MCU characters. They dug themselves into a hole. So I really don't know what they're going to do. Oh, this Gatorade's really good today. Can't really listen to the stream. Just wanted to let you know that I enjoy your content. As a Thundercats fan, I fully understand the industry. Sorry. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me read this again now that I can speak. Can't really listen to the stream. Just wanted to let you know that I enjoy your content. As a Thundercats fan, I fully understand the industry not getting a franchise. Thanks, man. We're in the same club. The people let down by studio interpretations of our beloved ideas of these characters. It sucks. It really does suck. So I feel you. Just wanted to throw a little something your way, but do you think The Boys came out at a perfect time? Would it be any better or worse if it came out 5 to 10 years ago? Love your vids. It's the perfect time for The Boys. I watched it at the perfect time. It is the perfect time. The superhero genre, I was one of those people that are like, oh, it'll never become oversaturated. We have fucking like 100 MCU shows on Disney Plus, right? Like, The Boys came out at the perfect time. And I think 5 years ago, it wouldn't be nearly as popular as it is now. If Sony keeps Spidey, how could they explain the suit? Like, it would make no sense. Exactly. It's a Stark suit. I forgot about that. It wouldn't make any sense. They'd have to give him a new suit. Thoughts on the first Avenger? Explicit, if not vexing. Are those your thoughts? But I like the first Avenger movie a lot. Sorry, I'm super dehydrated. This room, everyone, I got a tweet today that was like, anyway, one sec. I love the first Avenger. I think it's great. I love the heart behind it. And I fucking adore the ending. And I think the movie gets like an extra point on my scale solely because of the line I had a date. Perfect ending. But I got a tweet today that was like, hey, bro, why do you drink so much water on your stream? And it's because this room's literally 90 goddamn degrees and there's no AC in here. Okay, I'm getting through. I wish they'd just take a break and plan things. Yeah, me too. I wish that after Endgame they just stopped for a little bit, you know? Do you like Dragon Ball Z? I have not watched Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry. Thoughts on Avi Arad? He's a G. What a genius. If you don't know my thoughts on Avi already, you will after Raimi Part 3. Okay, I'm gonna go for 5 more minutes because I want to keep this short. I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I feel like I am starting to ramble because it's hard talking this fast for this long. When did you get your first job? I got my first job. Great question. I love these personal ones. My first job. I've never worked a day in my life, and I'll stand by that. I've worked hard, but I've only worked hard at what I love. My first real job was at Steel Town Entertainment on the show called The Real Teens that I co-created with a bunch of adults and a bunch of kids. Co-produced, we directed, wrote it, we did the whole thing, and then we made like a local TV show, and that was my first real job, and we won an Emmy for it, a local Emmy, not a real Emmy. I talk about this. I think I've talked about this before, but yeah, that was my first real job, and that taught me a lot. I knew. I'm gonna throw some shade right here, but they won't watch this. Working there, I immediately understood exactly how the film industry works and how it's literally always a battle between the creative people and the people who want to make money. It's always a battle. Yeah, but that was my first job, and then I got fired. I didn't get fired. I got let go because I aged out of the program because they only wanted teenagers, and I turned 18, so I got kicked out. like thrown to the street. No, 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 it's fine. I just left. But and then I did this. So I've never really worked like a fucking job that I hate. And I'm so lucky and blessed that I haven't worked a job that I hate. I've only ever done things that I love, and that's great. And that's what I recommend everyone try to do. Have you seen Legion on FX? Such an ambitious show. I need to watch it. I know I've seen the first episode and it was great, but I haven't got through it. I feel bad. I never watched all these shows that people are telling me to watch. Um, oh, this is a great question. Alex, me and my friend Moonface are big fans of you. Excuse me. A big fans of you and your video. Would it be okay if you could tell us what you found the most helpful in failure? Failure is great, man. Failure is the best thing that I could recommend to any aspiring filmmaker or YouTuber or anything. Like, okay, when we made Robin, I thought I was going to make a fucking bat in the sun level masterpiece of a fan film, something even better, something smarter, more profound. We made it and I watched it and I was like, okay, now we made a beta male Riddler, which is pretty cool. It's a new, fresh take. I like that. And then our Robin sucked. And not just like my friend Chesko's, amateur acting. He's so much better now. He's amazing now. He literally, after he made Robin, he moved to California and goes to an acting class every day. And now he's fucking legit. You will see him in Hollywood soon, I promise. But I realized that we made a Robin who's not likable. We made a Jason Todd, and the whole point of the movie was to give empathy to Jason Todd. And we did it for one scene, and the rest of the movie was just these cool shots, but it had no story. It had no real fucking pulsating emotion to it. And that made me realize what I look for in movies. And that made me realize that I didn't put what I look for in movies in my own movie, in our movie. Which is making Scarecrow with my buddy John, who also directed Robin with me, and my buddy Josh, who was a big help on Robin, made me realize through that failure what I want to see in movies and what I want to put into the movies and what I need to put into our creation, to sound pretentious, in order to be good, in order to be great. So failure is fucking amazing. Fail, because you'll learn a lot. Okay, I don't know. Sorry, was that rambly? I hope that was a help. I hope that was a help. Opinion on Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I love it. I love it. Out of interest, is your Spider-Man 3 fan edit still available for consumption? If so, could I get it? Keep up the good work. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. I think my buddy, the lone chemist, was giving out Dropbox links to it because every time I upload it on Google Drive, you guys crash the server. So tweet at him and at me on Twitter if you have a Twitter, because that's where you can reach him. And I think he still has a link. So thank you, and thank you for the donation. Are you in a good relationship? Yeah, Natalie and I are. No relationship is fucking perfect, but we both try, and that's what matters. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, it's the most perfect thing ever, because it's not. I don't. This is like fucking therapy hour with HiTop Films. This is why I'm starting a podcast too. But like relationships are hard, especially when she's trying to be a singer and I'm trying to fucking be whatever I'm trying to be, a filmmaker and a YouTuber, and we're both trying to pay bills, and it's hard, man. But yeah, we're there for each other at the end of the day, and that's what really matters, I think, personally. I don't know what other people look for in a relationship, but do an Evil Dead video, I will. Favorite cuss word is probably fuck. I say fuck so much. Podcast. Yes, we will start a podcast. That's what this mic is for. And I have another mic over there I need to set up. I've just been trying to spend time with my buddies while they're in town and make this movie during the summer. Any advice for high school? Just get through it, man, because it's such a waste of your time. I know that's a horrible thing to say. I'm gonna fucking get shit on for that, but it's just everything you think matters in high school really doesn't matter at all, especially depending on what you want to do. I remember I got a C in physics and I thought it was the end of the world. And for those of you who want to go into like a physics field or like something that requires physics, yeah, that probably matters. But for me, I wanted to make movies and I cared so much about that C, but now it's like, why? I could give a fuck about the fact I got a C in physics. I could give a fuck about the relationship drama that was in high school, So just get through it, man, and you won't care about it 2 years after you're gone, I promise. I I donated. Please look at it, bruh. Bruh. Okay, let me see. Your name's Bro. Okay, let me see. Can I can't find it. That sucks. If you want to send it again, I can look for it. Just all caps it. Hey Alex, I'm a huge fan of your channel. Do you have any thoughts on the Hulk 2003? I think it's underrated. I need to rewatch it for sure, but it's definitely visionary. It's definitely its own thing, for sure. And I respect the shit out of that. I hope your name is a big movie someday. Me too. Me too. Hopefully the Scarecrow goes somewhere, but I'm excited for all you guys to see it. Follow me on Twitter for updates. I keep plugging my fucking Twitter, but that's where I'm the most active. I need to get off that hell site, but um, I'm a visual effects artist slash 3D modeler in Pittsburgh. If you ever need any effects, dude, hit me up on Twitter, like I just said, or follow me. I'll follow you back, or send me an email. May not reply right away, but if I ever do need visual effects, I will definitely hit you up, and we can find a way to work together. That's so cool, though. Thank you. I never been spotted on the street in Pittsburgh yet, and that's weird to me. Why do you call yourself HiTop? Because I still love HiTop Converse, and I love the look of HiTop Converse, but I've been lazy, so I just wear like boots now, like slip on boots. But I liked high tops, so they used to wear Converse every day, and I like movies, so and it sounds cool, right? Who do you like more, Josh Keaton or Yuri Lowenthal? I love them both. I love them both, but I agree with you. I think that Josh Keaton's like I have like a childhood attachment to Josh Keaton's Spider-Man voice, but Yuri's fucking amazing. Okay, cool. I think that's where we'll wrap it up. Thank you. There's 1,000 people watching. Let me know if you enjoyed this real quick. I'm not going to say bye yet, but say yes or no. I hate this. I hate this. Say yes. Say yes, please. If you enjoyed this, I will definitely do another one. I'm dying because I've been talking so fast, and I did not go to college. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I hope if I didn't answer your question, I'm so sorry. It's not that I'm only answering super chats. It's just that there's so many lovely people who donated super chats, and if I don't respond to them, I feel like such a piece of shit. So I try to do both, but the chat is just nuts, and I appreciate all the fucking vocal support and all the love. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. If I missed your question, I'm so sorry. Tweet me in on Twitter. I will try to respond. Thank you. Raimi Part 3 coming out sometime in September, and I can do this right before I leave. I am doing an Arkham video, an Arkham series of videos sometime very, very soon, and that's where we're going to end the stream. Thank you. Goodbye.